Hello, and welcome back to the SWARP podcast, where aging, wellness, and wisdom intersect. I am Maggie, your host, and I am delighted to have you join us today. If this is your first time, welcome to the family, welcome to the podcast. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you know when I go live, which is on Sunday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, my apologies, and Saturday afternoon. But the podcast, you can hear them at 6 o'clock every morning, Eastern time. So you'd have to adjust for your time zone. So today we want to talk about wellness. We kind of rotate from one topic to another. It just come together to form a beautiful tapestry of a life that is thoughtful and measured and enjoyable, right? Because it all starts in the mind. It's a mindset, how we live our life, what we decide up here, up in the brain area, will affect everything else. So today let's talk wellness. I've said before, wellness is a state of mind. It starts with a decision that you're going to live your life in a healthy way. So today, for some reason, I just want to talk about foot health. Why do I want to talk about foot health? I recently started a program of, I think they call it podologia, which is where you have clinics that focus on foot health, whether you have corn, whether you have ingrown toenails, or you have um, Fungus, which is what is it again? Fungus. I want to say mushroom. No, it's not that. It will come to me. But anyway, that's when you have like a fungus. There you go. Fungus infection in the toes, either in your fingernails or the toes. And those of us who have been having pedicures, we are at risk for having some type of a fungal infection. I remember one woman she was a colleague, and she developed a really nasty infection. I think hers went beyond fungal. She needed antibiotics, and she was worried there because it got pretty bad. So when you go to get a pedicure, just like when you go in a restaurant, you put in your life in somebody else's hand, right? You are trusting them that they have good cleaning hygiene practices in the place. So that's why even in the States, when you went to those places where, they were full of Asians and you're not sure what's happening back there, or any salon for that matter, but the Asian population kind of owned that particular market where I was. I mean, if you walked into any nail salon, they were pretty much owned by Asians, just like here. When you go into a small little store, they're owned by Asians as well. But anyway, I digress. That is not the focus of this talk. This talk is about how do you keep your feet health in retirement as an older single woman. And I know that a lot of us have done terrible things to our feet by wearing these high heels all the time, squeezing our toes in shoes that were too small, and developing those nasty bunions. And some of you have had to cut them off. Ouch. I had a sister had both of them done. She said she was down for a while, and it was one of the most painful things that she had gone through. So now in retirement, let's just practice good safety practices. I did another presentation, or maybe it was a short, when I talked about wearing the proper shoes, and that still is true. In these Panama streets or wherever you go, make sure you know what the terrain is like and what kind of shoes you can wear. In Central and South America, there are lots of cobblestone streets, where nothing is like a smooth and even. You're wearing some pointed heels, you could get stuck in between two stones, and you lose your balance. And I mean, it can get ugly. Just like I talked about the hair in the previous um, podcast, I think we should have the same mentality and attitude about our feet, that safety, you can still be comfortable and, be cute sometimes, but always be aware of where you're going and what the appropriate footwear is. But today, again, I want to talk more. It's not what you wear, it's how you care for your feet, right? Some of us love to go get the pedicures. And then again, I just made a case for it. Sometimes it may not be the cleanest thing to do because you don't know, did they really sterilize the equipment? What about if you have a little bit of a tear in the skin? Anything can get through and get inside your body. Remember, your skin, whether it's on your feet or whether it's on your arm, that is your protection. And anything that breaks that skin, then things can get introduced inside. So for your feet, it can happen. So I started going to this place because I noticed a couple of toes on each foot were a bit discolored. So I'm getting these clean, podological, I guess you could call them, type of foot care. So I feel a bit more secure. Not 100%. I still don't know what's happening in the back of the house. But I'm thinking from a commercial place to a medical facility, maybe, just maybe, I'll get luckier in that place in terms of cleanliness. So if you get a chance to have any of that done when they're talking about your feet, and I even have sprays and stuff to put on so I can get my nails to get back to their natural color. So sis, sometimes you have to pay a little bit of money to get that higher level of care. But isn't that why you are retired, to take care of yourself? So I would rather spend that money taking care of my feet than spending hours in a chair and having braids and stuff put in my hair. That's me. Again, no shade. So be conscious about how you care for your feet, right? Don't wear tight shoes that are going to, restrict not just your circulation, but the form, the natural form of your toes and feet. Have you seen some people who are diabetic and they have something called shortcut foot, where everything, the bones start moving and things just don't look the same? Be careful. These folks have to wear special shoes to maintain alignment with their feet. So be aware, be conscious, be safe and comfortable as you move about in this temporada. All right? So be out there and be safe. Walk around, wear comfortable shoes, and enjoy every single day. Enjoy your neighborhood and enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. All right, sis, I will talk to you tomorrow. God loves you. You know I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.